Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We're reading from the Srimad Bhagavad-gītā as it is. Chapter 9, which is called the Most Confidential Knowledge. Text number 18. This verse reads in Sanskrit as follows. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasah Sharanam Suhrit Prabha Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijamavyayam. Please repeat. Gati,
Gati,
go,
go,
Bharta,
Bharta,
sustainer,
sustainer,
Prabhu,
Prabhu,
Lord,
Lord,
Sakshi,
Sakshi,
witness,
witness,
Nivasa,
Nivasa,
abode,
abode,
Sharanam,
Sharanam,
refuge,
refuge,
Suhrit,
Suhrit,
most intimate friend,
most intimate friend,
Prabhaha,
Prabhava,
creation,
creation,
Pralayaha,
Pralaya,
dissolution,
dissolution,
Sthanam,
Sthanam,
ground,
ground,
Nidhanam,
Nidhanam,
resting place,
resting place,
Bijam,
Bijam,
seed,
seed,
Avyayam,
Avyayam,
imperishable.
imperishable.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Report. Gati means the destination where we want to go. But the ultimate goal is Krishna, although people do not know it. One who does not know Krishna is misled, and his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods, they reach different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. But all such lokas, or planets, being creations of Krishna, are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. Such planets, being manifestation of Krishna's energy, are also Krishna, but actually they serve only as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase, step by step? Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna, being situated in everyone's heart, is the supreme witness. The residences, countries, or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter, and therefore we should take shelter in Krishna, either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity. And since Krishna is the source of our generation, or the Supreme Father, no one can be a better friend than Krishna, nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation, and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Shakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijamaviyam. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Mukam karoti vachalam vandamanaya tegirim yatpipatatam mande shridumunjinaparinam. So the first word of this verse is gatir, which means go. As Srila Prabhupada writes in his explanation, gati means the destination, where we want to go. So the Srimad Bhagavatam explains Yashcha Mudatamo Loke, that there are those persons in this world who are mudatama, which means they're very foolish. And they have no desires to go anywhere else. They believe that they have achieved already the goal, existence in this material body, life in this material world, a life which is aimed only at sense gratification. And they think that this is enough, there is no need for inquiring into anything beyond this. So in a sense, these persons are happy. In a sense. Actually, what is that happiness? It is the happiness of the animals. See, an animal certainly suffers. We see when we go to India especially, it's a bit different than here, because people in India are not so sympathetic to dogs like the people in Western countries who make dogs their best friends. We keep dogs in the house, feed dogs from the same plate they eat from, and so on. This is not considered culture in India. Rather, the dogs are considered street animals. So the dogs running on the street, they of course have to find their own food, and in doing that they may fight with one another or otherwise become injured. So one often sees in India dogs running on 3 legs and dogs with sores on their bodies and things like that. They're in an injured, suffering state. But yet, the dogs, because they're dogs, they go on with their business of being dogs to the very end of their strength. They'll run 3 legs, 2 legs. They'll continue to run and follow their nose to food and to sex and to shelter and so on. So even though certainly these dogs are aware that they're suffering, at the same time they're satisfied being dogs. Unlike, for instance, human beings, or at least we should say some human beings, who when they are faced with some obstacle in their life, some suffering, whatever suffering it may be, a disease or psychological suffering, then their whole life goes into a crisis. And they don't know what to do anymore. And sometimes they go for psychiatric help, or they take to drinking or something. But their whole life changes. They stop being whatever they were. They quit their job, or they can't go on with their job and they're fired. So we see human beings, generally, this is the meaning of human life, that a human being is dissatisfied. He should be dissatisfied. Of course, this verse I'm quoting in Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Yascha mudatamo loke, yascha buddhi parangataha, tva ubhyor sukkam cha klishyanti. So this verse is saying that there are those who are satisfied in this world like the animals. And then there are those who are yascha buddhi parangataha. They have attained this, gataha means again, gati. They have attained the supreme goal. So they are also happy. Tvam ubhav sukham edete. They are happy, but they are actually happy because they are situated in their transcendental consciousness, their original spiritual consciousness, above the sufferings of this body. So those persons, the transcendentalists, are actually happy. The very ignorant people are apparently happy. If you ask them, do you want more in life? Are you looking for something beyond this? They will say, no, everything's all right. I'm happy the way things are. But that is animalistic happiness. Then, so this is two classes of men. And then there's a third class. Klishyanti antarito jana. They're between. And they experience suffering. They're not settled in their position. Neither can they accept simply life as it is in this body with all the attendant sufferings, old age, disease, and death. This disturbs them. But neither have they achieved a higher understanding, a spiritual understanding of life. So particularly these persons, which is actually, that classification is meant for all human beings. If one is simply satisfied with the existence in this body and does not inquire into the purpose of life, then actually from a Vedic point of view, from the point of view of Shastra, the person is not a human being. He's called Dvipada Pashi. He's a two-legged animal. So Veda is not for animals. Animals, just like we're giving a lecture of Bhagavad-gītā, but no animals have come. No dogs are here, no birds have flown to here. They're not interested in these subjects. They're interested only in eating, sleeping, sex, and self-defense. So even if one may have a human body, but if his whole attention is focused on those things, these fourfold animalistic activities, and he has no interest in anything beyond, he's also considered animal. So actually a human being is one who's he's not satisfied with that. He wonders if there's anything beyond. He wonders, what is the real purpose? What is the real goal of life? So Krishna here is giving the answer. Gatir, I am the goal. Bharta Prabhu Shakshi, I am the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the most dear friend. So someone who comes to know this, that Krishna is the goal, then as we were saying, he achieves real happiness. Now what do we mean by real happiness? The word in Sanskrit is sukha. So this sukha is not sense pleasure, nor is it even a mind pleasure. It is not, these are coverings of the real self, the soul, the gross physical body, the subtle mind. So materialistic, people who are materialistic, they try to find pleasure on these levels. But this real happiness, real sukha, is in Bhagavad-gītā 6th chapter. It is explained to be simply the truth. It is the truth. Sukham ayantikam yattad buddhi grahyam patindriya veti yatra chaivayam stiti chalata tattva. Yes, this is the verse. Stiti chalata tattva. So one who has attained this happiness, sukham, come, this transcendental happiness, then he is established, this chalati tatvata. He is established in the truth. He's never moved from the truth. He's completely satisfied with reality. But what is reality? That's the question we have to ask. He's completely satisfied with reality. Reality means with himself as soul, as eternal spirit soul. He knows that this knowledge is the position of actual happiness. That I exist eternally, beyond the changing of body, beyond the changing of mind. And with me eternally exists my goal, my dearest friend, Sukhrit, Sri Krishna. Krishna explains elsewhere in Bhagavad-gītā that Savashachaham Hridi Sanivish, that I dwell in the heart of all living beings. I am there. Just as the soul is there, the real self, the soul, is existing in the heart. And mind and body are covering that soul. So along with the soul in the heart is Krishna, as Paramatma, super soul. So one who's attained this real happiness, he's satisfied in his transcendental existence. Now in the material state of consciousness, where we're accepting the self to be the body or the mind or both, we are not satisfied with the way things are. You see? Just compare and look at this question psychologically. A person who's accepted the body as the self, the false external designation, he thinks that that is real, that's the reality. He's never satisfied. He's always thinking that I need more money, I need more pleasure in life, I need a change, I need more recognition, I need more sex, I need this, I need that. And thus his mind is in turmoil, constantly. And his existence is a great contradiction. Because of course, in material life we try to present ourselves as being satisfied. That's to keep up the image, the egotistical image that I'm all right. Yes, I'm happy. But inside, so many unfulfilled desires are bubbling away, causing us so much distress. And then, therefore, people, they try to dull these inner desires by, especially nowadays, by intoxication, by drinking, by drugs, to forget the dissatisfaction. So this is a great conflict. So people are not satisfied with the way things are. They're not satisfied with the truth. Of course, it is not the truth. That is the point. The problem is that they have accepted something else as the truth. Something else as themselves. The body. Or the mind. And actually, according to Shastra, that is simply a dream. This is the example given. Anything that is happening in time, this is a statement from Srimad Bhagavatam. Buddha Bhava Vishyacha Suptam Sarva Rahodaha. Sarva Rahodaha means the secret of all secrets. The secret knowledge of the Vedic Shastra is Bhuta Bhava Vishyacha. That anything that takes place in past, present, and future, anything in time, is Supta, is a dream. So now, let us try to understand this point. Just like at night we dream. We go to sleep. Sleep is a state of unconsciousness, and then after a few minutes, we begin to dream. And while we're dreaming, we're accepting these experiences as real because we react emotionally to them. If in our dream there is a threat, say someone is attacking us, then we feel the corresponding emotions of fear, and even you could feel pain. If you're in your dream, beaten by someone, attacked by someone, we even feel pain. So while it is happening, we accept it as real. We react emotionally to it. But then this experience passes away. It passes through the three phases of time. Bhuta, Bhava, Vishishcha. Past, present, future. And it's gone. We wake up. And then we laugh. Oh, it was just a dream. No matter. I was very afraid. But now I can see. Just a dream. Just a dream, you say. So now dreams, they do have a sort of reality. They're a psychological phenomenon. The dream state is actually a subtle world, according to the explanation of the Vedas. It's a subtle state of what are called the three modes of nature. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The three modes are explained here in Bhagavad-gītā very extensively. But for the purpose of this lecture, I just want to say that the three modes correspond with the three phases of time. So Rajas, passion, this is the mode of creation. And Sattva, goodness, is the mode of maintenance, present existence. Just like this body, it was created in the past. Now it is being maintained. And in the future, Malaya, it will be destroyed. And that happens by Tamal mode of ignorance. And as you may know, those who are perhaps a little familiar with the Hindu religion, and you know their presiding deities over each of these modes. Brahma over Rajaguna, Vishnu over Sattvaguna, and Shiva over Tamoguna. So, dreams, this is like, as I said, subtle world, which is also passing through the phases of time. Creation, maintenance, and destruction. And similarly, this gross world is passing through the same phases. This body is created, maintained, and destroyed. This universe, the whole universe, is created, exists for some time, long time, and then is destroyed. So just like from our waking position, our waking situation, we look upon a dream as an illusion. We laugh. Oh, yeah, it was just a dream. Ha ha. But then we've awoken to the gross physical platform of existence. And we're accepting that as reality. But there is a state beyond this, the transcendental state, the state of the liberated spirit, Brahma-bhuta, in which one sees this state of consciousness, this embodied state, thinking that I am this body and that this world around me is the reality. One sees that as a dream. One sees this whole universe as a dream. And why is it a dream? Because it passes through the three phases of time. This is the Vedic knowledge. Bhuta, Bhava, Vishishcha, Supta, Sarvaroha. Anything that is passing through the three phases of time, past, present, future, is a dream. So ultimately it has no importance to us as soul in our real identity. So one who comes to the state of Krishna consciousness, knowing Krishna as the goal, knowing that I am eternal, spirit, soul, and the lotus feet of Sri Krishna are my eternal nivasa. Nivasa here means abode, sharana, shelter. And he is my sukrit. He is my dearmost friend. Then he views the whole material existence as nothing more than a passing dream. And therefore, he does not seek any happiness there. There is a verse, Shrishti Stiti Pralaya Saran Shakti Reva Chayeva Bhuvanani Vivarta Durga. So So Durga, this is the name of a goddess, Durga Devi. So she is the mistress of the whole material existence. She is Prakriti, material nature personified. And she is Krishna's Shakti. Chaiva Bhuvanani Vivarta Durga. Ichchan Rupam Api Chate Sa Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajan. So Govinda Sri Krishna, he is the original Purusha, the original personality of Godhead. And Durga Devi is his Shakti, his energy, his potency. And she conducts Shrishti, means creation, Sthiti, maintenance, alike, destruction. The whole universe is going through these phases, and the whole universe is therefore said to be Chaya. Chaya means shadow. It is a shadow of the spiritual world. Just like you see when a shadow is cast in the daytime, the sun moves across the sky, this shadow changes. It changes in length according to the position of the sun. Finally, when the sun goes down, the shadow is gone because everything becomes dark. So just like that, this whole material world is a shadow or a reflection of the eternal transcendental reality, the eternal spiritual world. And that is our actual gati, our actual goal. That is where we will find this happiness, which is the truth, the eternal truth. Everything that we are looking for here in the material world in the name of happiness is a shadow or a reflection of that truth. Just like we look for happiness in human relationships. But who finds real happiness in that? Because these human relationships are temporary. People search and search and search looking for the one that they can love in life. They may or may not find that person, but even if they do, the boy finds a girl finds a boy with whom they can have a lasting relationship. But what is that lasting relationship? In a matter of some years, it will end. It must end. Everything in this world ends. So this is the world of shadows. There is no happiness in this world. If we take happiness as being truth, then there's no happiness. The happiness in this world is illusion. Something that is appearing to be happiness for some short time, then is gone. That's illusion. That's mind. True happiness is eternal happiness. And that is to be found in the spiritual world. The Lord Krishna is saying, I am the goal for one who desires true happiness. So this bhakti yoga process, which we follow in this Krishna consciousness movement, is a method. Everyone should kindly understand this, because some people think of it as some sort of religious practice, or some form of meditation, or some form of escape, or whatever they may think. But actually, bhakti yoga is the method for attaining true happiness. True happiness is within the heart, where the soul resides and where Paramatma resides. Simply we have to unlock our awareness of what we really are. And bhakti yoga is the method to do that. So this discipline that the devotees follow, it seems to some people to be some kind of unnecessary medieval austerity. Something from the Middle Ages. Why are these people following these principles as were followed by the monks and nuns of 500 years ago? They don't eat meat, they don't have illicit sex, they don't engage in gambling or intoxication. And they're simply chanting all day, performing ritualistic worship. What kind of life is this? We want to have fun. But your fun is in the world of shadows. The so-called fun doesn't last. So these activities of the devotees, they may appear to be some archaic, outmoded religious rituals, but no. Actually, this is a method of unlocking the happiness for which we're all anxious. Everyone is anxious, unless you're an animal. Then animals are just satisfied with the way things are. So if we're not animals, if we're not actually satisfied with the way things are, if we're suffering from this conflict of what we are now and what we would like to be, then we should inquire into this process of bhakti yoga. So, especially this chanting. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is the method to bring one into direct contact with Krishna. Krishna, by his infinite mercy, has appeared in the Nama avatar. Lord Krishna, he appears in the form of his holy name. And if one chants the holy name, chants Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
With a little, it is best to chant the holy name with a little bit of understanding that this is Krishna. Of course, even if one chants the holy name without any knowledge, there's benefit. But if one actually wants to unlock this transcendental taste, higher taste, spiritual ecstasy, then one should approach the chanting a little seriously, a little reverently, understanding this is Krishna. And therefore, associated with this chanting, there are regulative principles, which are to be followed to clear away obstructions from our relationship with Krishna in the form of his name. So when we clear away these obstructions and chant the holy name of the Lord, and hear the holy name of the Lord, and taste the holy name of the Lord, then you can begin to know what is happiness, what is satisfaction. Just like it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that tushti pushti kshuttapaya. When a hungry man is given food, then by eating that food, three things take place. Tushti means he's satisfied. He becomes happy. You don't have to do anything else for him. He's a hungry man, you give him food. You can also have some violin players standing by. And you can, other things, entertainment, jugglers, magicians. But that doesn't matter to him. It can be there, all right. Or it cannot be there, but he's a hungry man, he's eating, he's satisfied. Tushti, pushti, and then he's nourished. He's nourished by his eating. And chuttapaya, his distress is relieved. He was distressed. His belly was growling. He was very hungry, very disturbed by his hunger. But now he's eating, so he's satisfied. So these three things automatically take place. So similarly, when one chants the holy name of Krishna, then also tushti, pushti, kshuttapaya, the same thing happens in the spiritual sense. You become satisfied. As I was explaining, the satisfaction means Brahma-bhutta prasanatma, as Lord Krishna says in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. By coming to the spiritual platform, seeing clearly the distinction between myself, my soul and body and mind, prasanatma, I become happy, satisfied. It's very nice to actually know without a doubt that I'm not the body. Because all danger, all fear, all misery, all pain in life originates from the body. Or the mind, it's another body. It's just a subtle body. So it is very satisfying to know. Now when I say know, I mean to actually perceive it. Not just to think it, or to guess at it, or even believe it. But to directly know that I am not the body. Tushti brings satisfaction. Also chanting Hare Krishna means pushti, nourishment. One becomes spiritually nourished, spiritually strong. Because there is Maya, the illusion. The whole material world is predominated by illusion. Illusory happiness, illusory pleasure. So there is, of course, a great arrangement in modern Western civilization for capturing people's attention. Capturing people's attention by this illusory happiness. Television, radio, films, all this is Maya, illusion. But it is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. But when one chants the holy name of the Lord, one becomes spiritually strong. And one, even though the full power of Maya is pervading this world, bewildering everyone, one who chants the holy name actually can become aloof to this attraction. You can't see it for what it is, it's just illusion. And then Chuttapaya. Chuttapaya means satisfaction of hunger. So in this world we're all very hungry. We all have so many desires which we cannot satisfy, which we're struggling with, which give us so much trouble, embarrassment. But by this chanting process, they're all, it's like feeding the hungry stomach. They all become pacified. So this is this threefold experience. Anybody here can have. It's a guarantee. I'm guaranteeing it. You can all experience this by chanting Hare Krishna. Of course, the thing is you have to do it. If you don't do it, then don't blame me. That's up to you. If you want to do it or not, that's another thing. But I will just remind you, closing this lecture on the same point I opened it with, that one who does not seek anything beyond the very meager pleasures of this material body and material mind, one who thinks, that's enough for me, he's called Nimudatma. He's called a fool. He's a person who doesn't actually warrant having a human body. He's not using the human body for what it's meant to be used for. So this is a great tragedy. Attaining this human form of life is very rare. It's a very rare opportunity for the spirit soul. So many, many, many spirit souls in this universe. And so few of them have human bodies. And it's only in this human form of life that we have the opportunity, as you are doing, to come here and sit down and hear the message of Bhagavad-gītā. As I mentioned, dogs and cats and birds and mice and cockroaches and fish are not coming here to hear Bhagavad-gītā. Because their brains are completely programmed for only four things: eating, sleeping, sex, and self-defense. That's it. They have no capacity for anything beyond that, no interest. So human beings have a kind of brain, while at the same time we have to fulfill these four things just to maintain this body. There is some, to use some computer language, RAM, random access memory. There's something left over. It's not all occupied by this material program. There's something left over. And this is what it's meant for. This is what that leftover human intellect is meant to be engaged in. The message of Bhagavad-gītā, by which one can attain real happiness. When our brains are not engaged then as you may know, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Over-intelligent human beings are very busy, also in the same thing, the same search for pleasure. They're searching for higher happiness. But they're very busy using their idle minds to turn the world into a hell. That's the best they can do. They're meddling with nature, trying to squeeze out of this material nature more pleasure than they can get naturally. And all they're doing is ruining it, making a big, big, big disturbance and bringing disaster upon themselves. So this is pointless. It's just a big waste of time. So if one wants higher happiness, more happiness than is available in this material body, then one should take that extra human intelligence and apply it to understanding this message of Bhagavad-gītā and putting into practice the method of Bhakti Yoga, which, as I said, fundamentally means simply to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Are there any questions? No? So does that mean everyone's satisfied?
Can you explain this self-defense? You said the animals are just interested of seizing and this foreground, self-defense.
What is to be explained?
What means?
What it means? It means when one dog is running down the road and sees another dog, and he believes that that dog is in the wrong place, it's on his territory, he shouldn't be there. Then he curls his lip and bares his teeth and he starts to growl and bark. Get out of it. Go away. He threatens that dog. He's threatening that dog to defend his own territory. And then that dog will growl and bark back because he is threatening me. This is what it means.
I heard from some devotees that some animals in Vrindavan, other holy places in India, are interested in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, sometimes. We know from Srimad Bhagavatam that Maharaj Bharat, who was practicing Krishna consciousness, but he was diverted. He became attracted to a deer, young deer, and he died thinking of that deer. So as a result, he took birth, his next birth as a deer. But because he had developed himself spiritually, therefore he still had the remembrance of his previous life. So even though he was in the body of a deer, he used to go and attend classes on Vedic Shastra, Vedic knowledge. But this is very rare, not common. So we'll make a plan based on this. Yes?
I wonder, is there some sort of attraction between nature and spirit and nature? Because nature can't exist without spirit, isn't it? So, and is there possibly some sort of attraction between spirit and nature too?
Yes, of course there is an attraction, but
And
there's
can we
attraction.
exist without a body if we are spirits? Don't we need a body too?
Yes, you need a body. But there are two kinds of nature. There's the material nature, which, as I said, is shadow. And there is the spiritual nature, which is the substance or the reality. So we, as soul, we belong to that spiritual nature. But we're now hovering in the shadows. So this body that we have accepted, that the soul has accepted, cannot actually satisfy our spiritual desires. Because, well, one thing is simply because it is material, it's dead matter, and we are living spirit. And another thing is that this body of dead matter is temporary, and we are eternal. So we have to return to the spiritual nature. And that is done, again, by this process of bhakti yoga. Just as when we chant the holy name of Krishna, the soul is implanted in the spiritual nature by this process. It's compared to planting a seed, soul as a seed in the garden of the spiritual nature, and the chanting is watering that seed. And then the seed develops. Just as a seed in the garden grows up to be a flower or fruit tree or something. So similarly, the soul develops a spiritual body. The spiritual body is a body of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. And this is the body with which we associate with and serve and love Krishna. And this is the body in which we can actually experience real happiness.